rock?
Ready to rock.
All right. How's your week been?
That was Wednesday. It's actually my last men's league night tonight. So we
Oh,
got our championship and the
I played there on Sunday.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
And you didn't call.
Well, it was a tournament for somebody else.
What kind of guy are you? Wow.
Guess who got closest to the pin?
You did not.
I did.
Oh my god.
Closest to the pin
What
on
hole?
um
13? The little short one?
not 13. No, it was on the front half. I think it's 5.
Oh, the 5 over the water? You got closest to the pin there?
Dude, I got about 2 feet, maybe a foot and a half from it.
Wow, that's impressive on that hole because that hole is so there's 2 holes that go over that water.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah, the
so
other one, that's the short one
Yeah,
on.
13 is
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 that
coming
13?
back. That's 13.
That one's trickier in my opinion.
Oh, I prefer that one because it's always with the wind.
13.
Yeah, 5 is always into the wind.
So I either hit sand or I hit that water on 13.
Oh, I'm usually in the water both ways. Like that combination of holes is a
So
curse to
on
me.
5, rightfully so, was the hole I sponsored apparently.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
And I got a little assist from the previous closest to the pin.
How? Did you hit the stick?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I hit it and then I think I plopped forward about 2-3 inches. Ended up winning another round of golf there.
Oh, well, hey, when do you want to go play?
It's a good question actually. I got a couple more rounds in the next 2 weeks, and then if I golf any more than that, my wife might kill me.
Yeah, well, my wife wants to kill me on a daily basis. So
that sounds about right.
I'm leaving, going golfing, and I meet her at the trailer later.
Is that 2:00 you're going?
Yeah, I think we got an early tee off because it's championship day. So there's our banquet dinner. Kind of, they book a reservation for you 4.5 hours after you start. So I think our reservation's 6:30 or something like that.
So
just so they can keep everybody going.
For men's league, how do they decide who wins? Is it?
Oh, it's a year-long thing.
Yeah.
We were out. We had no chance of winning this year because we lost 4 weeks. Right.
Oh,
so
okay. It's lowest cumulative score, I'm guessing?
No, it's your handicap, and we only play 9 in the men's league. So it's the front 9, and then every once in a while they switch it up and we play the back. And I always struggle on the front. That there's 2 holes on that course that just chew me up every time. It's 4 and 5. So I never shoot well in the men's league unless we're in the back.
I like hole 4.
Hate hole 4 because I play
that's
I play a draw.
Dogleg left one.
Yeah, I play a draw and I usually hit it through, and then it doesn't matter. But it's kind of this. They got this thing. I didn't like it this year. Last year we had 5 teams. No, we had 6 teams, and they were all the original 6 hockey teams. And you got points for playing and score and all that stuff. So it was you could see it every week. Oh, look, our team is this, our team, and we didn't do that this year. And I didn't really enjoy it as much.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I love my men's league. I love my Wednesday afternoon. I know I'm going golfing. I block it off. I time block it so that
it's a standing.
It's a standing time, and I'll keep playing Wednesdays until the course closes. Right, even though the men's league's done, I'll still go out play Wednesday afternoon. So any Wednesday afternoon that you want to go play, just let me know. Yeah,
what we should do is do a recording and then go right after.
Yeah, or we can actually record from the course. Yeah, 100%. Although the signal's a little spotty out there, we could actually record an intro or something like that. But yeah, we could do something fun with that.
We don't need signal.
Yeah, you do to record onto this.
Couldn't we just upload?
We might be able to upload. I don't know. We'll
off one screen, grab a couple mics.
Actually, we should put our lapel mics on. We'll record the round and talk during the round of golf. That's what we'll do. That'd be an interesting theory, and then watch people laugh at us and whatever.
Okay.
We had a subject for today, and now that we talked golf, I forgot it. And by the way, don't call me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, people. I think it's Thursday it starts. It might be Friday. It's Ryder Cup time. I don't talk to people.
Okay, what is the Ryder Cup? Is countries versus countries, kind of?
No, the Ryder Cup is Europe versus America.
Okay, but it's like
Europe, and it is a head-to-head tournament, and it is, in my opinion, the best golf.
I've heard, and again, I don't really watch golf, but I had heard people talk about it, that the Ryder Cup is like. It's like, yeah, like these big Masters, whatever, championships, like they're all the majors or whatever. Yeah. They're all cool, but they're like the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup is what it's about. It is
the true team event in golf. It is incredible to watch. It's so much fun to watch.
So how's the team picked?
So it goes on. There's a percentage of the team that's based on points that they get throughout the year, and then captain of the team who is usually a golfer or an ex-golfer has a certain amount of captain's picks, and that's where it gets real fun because they can
Oh, is it a team of
they
5
can
or 6?
it's like 12 guys, I think. Like they're big teams. Like
Oh, I
this
thought it's way bigger than I thought.
yeah, this is huge, and it's upstate New York this year. It's at Bethpage. I think it's upstate New York. Bethpage Black, I think, is the course, which is really one of the toughest courses in North America. So it'll be interesting to see. It used to be so um, dry, but they've turned it into such a spectacle. If you remember back, I don't know, in junior hockey, they used to have the under 19 tournament, the World Juniors that we put between Christmas and New Year's
Oh,
every year.
yeah.
Okay, that when TSN took that over and bought the rights to that tournament every year,
It got
it
big.
got big.
I got you.
This they've adopted this mentality at the Ryder Cup of it being a show now, and the guys cheering, and when
They're
if
less
they
kind
win,
of rigid and
it's
stuffy.
not the stuffiness that you would imagine from a
Uh-huh.
Masters. It's so much fun to watch, and what happens is as guys win or lose, they go out and start to follow the groups around. So you get all the pros watching other pros. It is
Oh, as the
really
other guys who
as the
aren't
guys are,
playing in this
yeah.
get kicked out of their
They
tournament or
they
lose or
lose
whatever.
or they
Yeah,
lose their
sorry, not
match or they
kicked
win
out.
their match,
Yep.
they go and support their team. So by the time you get to 17 and
It's
18,
really
sometimes
like
it's really like this cheering and guys running around, and you don't get guys in golf high-fiving and doing all that stuff
so do they
the
play
Ryder
best
Cup.
ball?
Oh, so there's alternate ball. So there'll be two teams of two. So you'll tee off. I have to hit the second shot, then you have to hit the third shot. That's one round. Then there's a round of best ball, and then
Oh, it's a
oh,
couple different.
and then Sunday is everybody plays, and the
Okay.
coach or the captain has to set the matchups. So they'll put you up first if you were the American,
Uh-huh.
and then the English guy gets to. And I could be wrong on this, and don't. But this is my understanding of it. Then the American coach or the British
The
coach,
UK or
whatever,
whatever overseas coach
oh,
and
he picks
matchup
one, and then he puts a name up, and then the American guy gets to
matches.
match it. So you get all this back and forth stuff. And some coaches say, "I want to front load my best guys." Some guys, I want to
Save it
back
for the
load
back
it.
half.
It's all strategy. It's
Who are the
so much
coaches?
fun. One of them's a player. I can't remember who the coaches are this year. Here he goes. He's
We can
going
look it
to
up on the fly.
it is, but it's just a fun few days. So this is like, the time of year for me where,
Keegan Bradley
oh
for
yeah,
the
Keegan
US
Bradley,
and
yep.
Luke Donald for Europe.
Yeah, Luke Donald used to be, well, he still is a good golfer, but he was a great golfer at one point. Keegan Bradley at one point was considering being a player captain, which I don't think has happened too many times. You know who hasn't? I don't recall, and I wish they had. I haven't seen Tiger Woods captain it yet. And I think he would be,
Really?
yeah,
Why
because he,
not?
because he played in it for almost for 2 decades. Um,
Okay. Is
but
he
I
on
don't know
this year?
whether or not he's got the interest in doing it. I don't know. I don't recall if he's ever done it.
Oh
But
man, this is
but this weekend, so
interesting.
this weekend for me,
Mhm.
there's a reason I went and got my TV this weekend. I'm not lying. Like I'm not lying. Like
Okay.
so, the Jays are in the playoffs. Their playoff hunt.
Uh-huh.
Hockey started this week,
Mhm.
so there's been hockey
Couple
nonstop
preseason
for
games.
preseason games. Football
Mhm.
tomorrow night.
Full swing.
Ryder Cup. And then there's been a few curling events that I love to watch that have been on. Yeah,
You watch
so
curling?
I love women's curling. Men's curling's boring as f to
Whoa.
me. I love women's curling.
What's different about it?
The personalities. I find the men. I find the men. It's like the difference between um, um, a master like the Masters and the Ryder Cup. There's personality. There's
Okay.
no personality in guys curling, none whatsoever. I just find that the women are way more entertaining. I love women's golf. I will watch women's golf until
Interesting.
because I find they're more entertaining than the men sometimes. Live golf to me was a great option, was a great idea that they screwed up so bad.
Really?
Oh yeah, like they made the game a little bit more casual, a little bit more.
So I don't watch like
Okay,
at
so
all.
live golf.
I know that it exists and like, how
Well, they
it
did things like you don't have to wear pants, right? Like
you wear
you
shorts?
can wear shorts, right? Like it was just the tweaks to take a little bit of the stuffiness out of the game. They took the personalities, but they kind of throttled the personalities back. I don't know, it was just weird and different. They made it three day tournaments, which I don't like. I think you should have to play the 4 day tournaments. It's like the difference in when you go to a tennis match, right? And you go to the Wimbledon, and it's 5 set match, and you go to a regular event and it's 3 set match. Well, which is it? What are we playing here? So I don't like that. But yeah, like
Well, I
this is
think that fourth day tests your mental.
okay. So have you ever played in a like? So we
No,
play.
I haven't done anything more than 18, but I can tell you when I hit hole 12, I'm sitting here going,
Oh,
"Holy Hannah!"
okay, so one thing, this is going to be a sports thing, the way
Apparently,
we're going today. So one thing so I play in our club championship. I should not be playing in any golf championship, but it's because we're members. We get this, tournament that we get to play in every year. So it's a 2 day event, Saturday, Sunday. You got to tee off, you got to play 18, you got to score each other's. Like it's a real tournament.
yeah,
And you
proper.
get to move on, right? So if you win ours, you go to the regionals, which is usually St. Catharines Golf Country Club or whatever the case may be. And I went Saturday, and the guy that I normally play with in the tournament couldn't get the day off, so it was just me playing with 3 complete strangers.
Mhm.
You're playing your own game. You each get your own cart. Like it's really cool. So
Hmm.
you're really focused on your own game. So I did not shoot well the first 9 on the Saturday. I shot much better on the Saturday afternoon, back 9. But then Sunday I had to go back out and do the same thing over again.
That's a lot.
I will tell you that you don't realize how much mental acuity it takes to
Yep.
get through
Even
36
focus
holes.
because it's so easy to go, "Oh, this is hole 15. I'm just gonna swing."
Yeah. Yeah, and because there's something on the line at the end of it, and
Yeah,
that opportunity. Like listen, I did the Kristen French fundraiser one year where I did 110 holes in one day,
is your
which
back ruined?
I was ruined for 2 days. I couldn't move. Like it was so stiff. And I mean, I'm not in the greatest shape right now,
I
but
know, but
like
that's a lot of
it
swinging.
was a lot of swinging, dude. Like we probably took 500 swings during the day. Um, so that was easier for me mentally to do 110 holes in 109, I think is what it worked out to, in one day than to do the tournament back to back because of,
Really?
yeah, way, the tournament back to back was because you were driving for it, right? Like you were
Well, I
competing.
guess the other side of it is also if you didn't play great Saturday,
You got the opportunity to make it up on Sunday.
but also you can come in and be like, "Oh,
Oh yeah.
I pooched this hole yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm gonna hit it there again."
Yeah, and the thing is our club's not easy. Like you've played it, like
Yeah,
it's not an easy trek to say the least.
yeah.
But
I'll find water every time.
oh yeah, there's so much water on our course; it drives me
Mhm.
crazy. But it's one of those things where you get out there and you're like, I'm gonna beat myself. Like I've got to do
Well,
better
the ground was
today.
hard this weekend.
Yeah, we haven't any rain.
Mhm.
There's only so much you can do. It's clay out there, right? But yeah, so for me, it was definitely harder. I don't know how those guys do 4 rounds. I have no idea. Like the
Well,
mental
that's what I'm saying. Like
strength.
day 4 is like the mental
Yeah,
toughness,
yeah,
and
100%.
yeah, like they train their body and whatnot. Like they can do it physically, but you got to be able to
Oh, push
focus,
through,
push through. My brother-in-law was telling me he's going to BC to play with his cousin. His cousin plays like I guess it's like his hobby.
right?
He's got fitted clubs, like does lessons. He's a good golfer, I
Yeah.
guess. My brother-in-law plays like 4 or 5 rounds a year.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, my cousin, he signed us up. I'm gonna go do I think 36 holes over 2 days or whatever it ends up
Yeah,
being." And I was like, "Dude, you're gonna be ruined.
yeah.
Like
No,
ruined."
but take the tournament out of it. A little while ago, I did 36 holes in a day.
What?
Yeah. Morning and afternoon. Can't remember what the hell we did it for. That didn't bother me as much because if I sucked the second round, I sucked the second, like I was only playing against myself. There wasn't that
Because
competition aspect of it. I think the competition aspect of it makes it a little bit more intense. But I'll tell you what, like
you're swinging.
you're swinging, like
Yeah.
you're every shot is a thought,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, so we're gonna go out today. We're gonna get the last of the men's league in. I'm gonna realize that I'm not as good as I want to be and sign up for next year.
And that's why you got your TV though for this weekend?
Oh yeah. So my TV is like, it's ideal because I think most of the people are ditching the trailer this weekend. I don't think anybody's going. Might go out there Saturday night, but I'm gonna be at the house.
Yeah, become like one with your
My
couch.
couch will be even more formed to
Mhm.
my ass than
Then
normal.
it is.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, like this is the greatest time in sports.
Well,
Literally
the
the
fall
greatest
is
sport.
amazing because
Oh,
there's that window where like football started, hockey hasn't started yet, and but now, like when you hit October, or I guess whatever,
October is the
mid
best month of
September,
sports
but
ever.
October hits and like football season's in full swing.
Yep.
You know,
Hockey
hockey
starts.
starts.
Basketball camps are open.
Yeah,
I like basketball. I like the Raptors. So
but like to me, everything is in full swing at that
everything.
point, so everybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah, and it's getting to that time of the year where you want to be home,
Yeah,
right? Like, so you want to be
yeah.
like I'm like
Rainy,
if
it's
Wednesday, you know
cool.
what I'm thinking about? What am I going to barbecue this weekend? Like what? Like I drove into the office this morning. I was like, I want to cook something this
Yeah,
weekend. So I said,
I
you know
want to
what?
smoke something. I
Smoke
want
something,
barbecue.
whatever. I haven't used my egg yet this year, so I'm probably going to get my egg out, close the pool down, get the hot tub open, and that stuff. But all stuff that I can do and just
Yeah, putter around,
putter around.
watch the
So this
game in
weekend's going to be a
between.
puttering weekend for me. You
That's
know,
actually a good idea.
I love puttering
Yeah,
weekends.
yeah, yeah. We talked
I
about
cleaned
these.
my garage Saturday last week or Sunday. I can't remember
Uh-huh.
which day it was. And my workbench is still a disaster, but the garage is clean. I can see the
It's like
floor.
slowly getting
I
there.
can see the floor again,
Yeah.
so that was exciting. So I've got some projects I've got to get done around the house. So it'd be a weekend where I might go to the trailer Friday night, come home Saturday, and spend Saturday and Sunday kind of glued to the.
Hmm.
I mean, I got TV at the trailer. I could literally go and do the
Yeah, but
same
it's
thing at the
different.
trailer.
I think it's different because
Yeah, 'cause this is the size of my TV at home at the trailer. My TV at home is like
half the
this.
wall
Oh,
now.
it is so.
Uh-huh.
It's like when we were in Costco last night. It's like, um,
Is this gonna
let's
fit?
get the 75 inch.
Mm.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not buying a 75-inch TV. Like, there's people that sit from you to me away from it. And I sat there last night looking at it. I said, if we'd bought the 75, we would have had to take the shelf down.
It wouldn't have
That it
fit?
wouldn't have fit. So 65 is
But
plenty
it was
big enough.
probably like $100 difference or
So
150
I
maybe.
looked at because Sue was frustrated with how big the TV was I bought. So I went back last night and looked at the price. 55 to 65, there's no difference in price.
I just don't
Pretty
get how
much. Yeah.
TVs are so cheap.
Listen, 65 full 4K
Mhm.
UED 546. I have the TV that I put downstairs that was in the living room was a 55. I paid 749 for
Yeah, how many years ago?
two.
Oh, that's not even that long ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Price of TVs is just absurd now. Like they've got a 75 QLED in there, I
Mm,
think, which is just the picture is just
yeah,
those are only $1,500. Like,
and it's probably super thin.
oh, like it
No,
weighs
like,
like six
no bezel
pounds.
around the edge and anything.
Can't
Yeah,
even tell it's got less than my computer here.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right, what were we going to talk about? Because that was a fun 20 minutes. Finally, talk some sports.
Somebody
Because you're
probably
not
just
the guy who normally talks sports to, so that was nice.
somebody probably just fast forwarded through everything.
And I spit my coffee
The
out
three
there.
people listening.
Yeah, well,
I had a topic here,
oh yeah, okay.
and it was if you could clone yourself,
Oh yeah, I remember now.
what would your business look like?
Ooh, so different.
So you come in today, and I go, "Hey, I got AI to make me a cloning machine. Your clone is made. What do you have him doing starting today?"
So I think for me, okay, so I think for me, social presence would be the first thing that I would
He
change.
becomes
And,
a dedicated
a
social media
dedicated social
personality.
media personality. Yeah, to me, like they have that to have
That's
that
actually, I
person,
think, that's an amazing idea.
like to me, to have that person just say, "Have at it."
Yeah, he's vlogging everything.
You're blogging. You're blogging. You're doing everything that I ever needed to. That person costs $80,000 to $100,000 a year, just so you know. That's what it costs to get somebody to do that.
Like
Um,
constantly.
if you want to hire a good social media person right now, 80 to 100K. Yeah,
Holy.
yeah. So because we looked at it, but to have somebody do it through AI or something like that, oh my goodness!
Well, that's
if I could,
actually a good point. People are starting to get to the point where I've seen somebody do it where they created something in, I don't know what the program was called, but it was an AI that cloned him
yeah.
using his clips.
Ooh,
So he trained his voice into whatever this thing was.
right.
He's kept uploading his,
Yeah,
like,
so they could get his tonality and
yeah, but even like it looks like him. Like it looks like this. It's like you're watching him. Like there
yeah,
are
there'll always
small
be.
little instances where you're like, oh, his mouth moved a little funny or whatever, but the tonality, his voice, everything about it, he did that.
Yeah, I'll tell you. To me, it because
I'll have to show you him.
yeah, because that sounds incredible. Like it sounds like if I could do that. But the problem is that's all great. But the problem is you need content, right? Like y- there's a in our business, I can spew all the stats at you in the world. I can tell you days on market. I can tell you average price, median price. I can tell you everything you need to know. But what a 3 bedroom house, what you need, all that stuff. The challenge is how do you create content that's engaging
So do
to
you
get
think
people to do
people?
that?
I guess you opened up a whole can of worms here with this
Yeah,
whole
sure.
social thing.
Yeah,
Like you'd have this guy run your social media.
yeah,
So now the question becomes, because I remember asking you this, because we were talking about when you ramp up your social media stuff, which you're planning
yeah,
this next like phase that we're
yeah.
kind of
Started on
yeah.
Monday. Yeah. Remember we said we're going to start on my anniversary, our 13 weeker. We're day 2 right now.
You're on day 2?
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta unpack that too. Um, but I remember I had asked you, I think it was actually after the cameras came off, I was like, what are you gonna gear your social stuff towards? Is it gonna be Stephen Oliver
Realtor.
realtor
Yeah.
or Stephen Oliver
Okay.
broker of record? And you were like, I gotta do both.
Yeah. And that's the challenge of my role in my business is, you know, because I actually was, it's funny because I was driving into the office today and I was thinking about social media and how to kind of make it better and make it more engaging because
So do you think the engagement goes up with the content itself being more engaging, or do you think it goes up with more authentic posting? Meaning, hey, this is a day in the life of Stephen Oliver. Like, I
so
think that'd be fun.
I don't know if that would be
Lights
fun.
go on, you start,
Yeah.
timestamp, whatever, 6 something.
Yeah, you know
Office
what? That's
1,
actually that's
9:15.
kind of a
Office
fun.
2,
I do it.
10:45.
It's funny because if you ask anybody that is with me on Snap, I do that when I'm going office to office. I'll just office 2, office 3, and they laugh at me, but that's just
Mhm.
the way, I kind of keep track of things. But for me, I think the material's got to be engaging. I think I don't think you can do it one or the other. I think the material's got to be engaging, but I think the presentation's got to be engaging as well. Right. So it's not an a one solution answer. So for me, like I struggle with uh content. I can do this stuff, no problem. Because it's free flowing. It's we bounce all over the
Mhm.
place like a
Yeah, we
squirrel.
start on the Ryder Cup, and now we're here.
Yeah, right. So but even last night when I was going back and watching some of the episodes, I was like, this is yeah, I actually went back and watched some of them last
Good for
night.
you. I haven't, and it's because I get a little, like
Oh, it's hard.
yeah, you get a little
It was hard.
cringy
Yeah,
watching
I
yourself
was
and
very cringy, and I'm on a 65-inch television in the
uh-huh.
living room, and it was a lot cringy for me. But for me, I think the hard part is I think be really, really good at social media, and I have 2 or 3 agents that are really, really good at it, okay? Um, it consumes them, I think, sometimes.
So, it's a
Uh,
good point because I think to put some of those polished, put
oh,
together
yeah.
videos, like, man, you gotta be good at well, you gotta plan it,
Yes.
and then you gotta do your shots, and you gotta put it together, and then
Yes.
you gotta blah, 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 voiceover,
Yeah, like you have to master about 9 different things to be really, really good at it, or you gotta pay somebody to do it
yeah.
with you, which
Well,
is
and
expensive.
the flip side is you just do straight up front-facing camera, this.
Yeah,
No edit,
yeah.
raw,
Mm.
and I think in a perfect world, you have a little bit of both.
Oh, I do too. So I've thought about, like, because so you get them. I send out the Momentum
Mhm.
Monday meeting or videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've thought to myself a couple times, should I be sharing those? Or is part of the benefit of working with us the fact that they're the only ones that get that
I think
insight?
it's both.
That's the hard
I think
part,
you
right?
have to share it. You go, "Hey, guys, here was a like, you had a really good one. Um, I messaged you about it."
Oh, I can't remember.
Well,
Yes, but yes, you did.
whatever one it was, I think it was the discipline one or whatever, okay, it doesn't
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't matter.
Um, but I think you post that. Even if you post 90 seconds of it.
Well, that was the other thing. Do I take just snippets?
You go, hey guys, here's what went out to my realtors on Monday or Tuesday.
Yep.
You didn't make it out on Monday.
Yeah.
Went out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But
Fair
you go,
enough.
hey, this is what we're sharing. This is the type of stuff that we're putting out there. And because I think it's like both applicable to the masses often.
Well, I think I think you're right because I think that when the consumer sees some of the stuff
Yeah.
that I'm talking about, it will lead them to
hmm
that that's the guy that I want to
So,
work with.
and that's what I did the other week before we recorded. I came down here and I recorded a couple videos for like my Friday emails. And instead of uh, being like, hey, happy Friday, it's blah, 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 I just said, hey, this week or hey, today. I just changed kind of how I
Yeah.
started the video.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm actually going to think, I think I'm going to use these for a quick reel on whatever,
Right.
Instagram,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. Because I think you can double dip. And like for you, those Momentum Mondays, I think are huge.
Well, it's funny because I actually enjoy recording those because I come down here or wherever I don't happen like I've done them in Port
Well,
Dover. I've done them
it's
in
like a journal.
it is, and
Yeah.
the series that I'm doing right now is actually 4 months worth of videos. Like I've got a series built on
Yeah.
how to
Well,
do
you
it.
were doing one as I walked in. I
Yeah,
see.
and I was that was the discipline of change, of dealing with change,
hmm
and and that one was a little bit bouncy for me. I wasn't overly, but the
Well,
point I
they
think
can't all be home
point.
runs.
No,
Sometimes you just got a
no.
base hit, right?
Yes, yes, definitely took the walk today. But I think for me, trying to figure out when you're talking about something like social media, you have to start at the top and figure out what your strategy is before you even get into the messaging, right? So, okay, we're doing a podcast once a week. I'm doing a video once a week. So now I'm doing two videos every
hmm
week. Is that my strategy? And if so, how do I incorporate that? When do I send it out? Do I do snippets? Do I
hmm
do
hmm
whatever the case may be? I think that what happens is a lot of times, and I'll tell you, my successful realtors with this are stringent on it. They don't deviate. They have their systems, they have their methods, they have their messaging all planned out,
hmm
and they do it every religiously. And I think that for them, it works really, really well because they've planned it. I think planning in social media is as important as execution because
Yeah,
otherwise
I
you're
think
just,
you're right.
like if it's just like, and that's what I said about the 15-week series. I know building up to the end what
There's a goal.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And then I can build the next series or go back and revisit and do something a little bit more detailed on a subject. But I think one of the hardest things is getting that strategy organized, templated. Like if you look at my Momentum Monday
hmm
videos going out, they're templated, right? It's drag and drop, so
hmm
you can get some of that organization in there. But I just think that you've got to have messaging that's going to resonate with people. But if you don't put it together in an organized fashion, it's going to just look haphazard.
Yeah, it'll be a little janky with its delivery and all that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I built this thing, and like I uh, have used chat a lot
hmm
to help build out some of the messaging, but it keeps me organized. It does what it's supposed to do. So that has helped me with the videos. I will say, I talk about. I can't remember when one of the videos that I said, if it was we talked about it here or we talked about I did on my Momentum Monday, where
It's funny how it
you,
all blends,
oh,
eh?
it does. You have to give it time, right? You
Yeah.
have to allow these things to build slowly. Like we're at 18, 19 podcasts now.
Well, but even to that point, so I've been posting more. Still not a ton though. But it all gets shared from my Instagram to my Facebook.
Right.
And it's just like general stories or whatever they end up being reels. I don't remember what they're called. And I had a guy who runs this like pickup hockey I do every now and then. He goes, "Hey, are you a mortgage broker?" He's like, "I keep seeing you post about stuff." I got him on Facebook, and
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, dude." He goes, "Hey, I want to ask you a few things about my renewal and blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, like let's whatever, we'll chat." But I was like, "This actually works."
Yeah.
It's like it starts the conversation. It like reminds them you're here.
I think it does that. Like, because I think in sales, we take for granted that people know what we do. I
I
think.
also personally take for granted the leverage you get on it.
What do you mean?
So you post an Instagram reel,
Yeah.
and let's just say you get 200 views. And I remember being like, that's like nothing. And then I heard somebody say, okay, but put 200 people in a room.
Yeah.
And I was like, uh,
Yeah.
what?
Because that's what you just spoke to,
Well, and
right?
that's what he said. Like he was talking, he goes, you put 200 people in a room. That's who you just reached.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
That's why I love Bomb Bomb, because Bomb Bomb tells you exactly how long you
yeah,
reach them for, right? Like, so you get some engagement
right. Like
statistics.
average view
Yeah.
length and blah, blah, blah. Instagram's starting to show you a bunch of stuff like
Is
that.
it?
Yeah.
Suddenly I've got Jordan taking over my
Yeah.
Instagram because it's not my.
Yeah. It's easy to get bogged down in that
Yeah,
minutia of
and that's what I'm
stuff.
trying to, and I think that's one of the things that you got to avoid, right? Is like you can
Give it to
get
your
caught.
clone.
You can get, yeah, give it to your clone. But if I
Mhm.
had a clone, that's the stuff that I'd have them doing,
Well, it's
right?
huge. But like I was saying, that's the one I take for granted. That was the leverage.
Yeah,
Like every now
that's
and
what
then
I do.
you see a video and
Good
whatever,
point.
it's like, oh, 500 people saw it, and then you go, ah, that's not that many. And then you go, dude, 500 people.
Yeah,
Put them in a conference room, like
yeah.
this many eyes.
Could you get up and talk in front of that group? No
Well, and
problem.
I start to think about that.
It's true.
If you
Like,
were sitting and you had like, hey, you gotta, I need you to talk for 2 minutes in front of 200 people.
yeah, I can do it. Like, it doesn't bother me, but it's not everybody can.
Yeah,
So when they get behind the camera, it's a lot easier because it's just
well, it's
them and a camera.
way easier. I think I could do 200 people. I think that amount of people is large enough where you can get lost in the sea where you're not like directly talking to a
Oh,
few
really?
people.
See,
Yeah,
I talk to people. So when I do big groups, I usually find a couple people across the back of the room, and that's who I keep my eye contact with.
I can't even tell you if I've ever talked to that many people in a room. So
Oh,
like
really?
I can stand here and say, yeah, I could do it, or I
Yeah.
can sit here. Um,
It's so different when you get
I
up
I
there.
believe it.
Like when you get that, because it's adrenaline, right? So I
Yeah,
used to be the guy. So I don't know if I ever told you the story. I used to hate public speaking
I
because
think you
we
did tell us.
talked
Yeah,
about
that
this.
you do
I
hate
used
it.
to ditch classes because so I walked in. I'll never forget grade 10 history. One teacher made you do a presentation, teacher didn't. I got put in the class with the teacher that made you do the presentation. I dropped the class. I did it the next year with the teacher
And you like history.
and I do like history. And I look back on it now and I think, what the hell were you scared of?
Wow,
Right? Now, that's grade 10, right? I didn't have anywhere near the confidence that
exactly.
I would say I have today. But yet I can stand up in front of, I mean, I've talked in front of 600 people before.
Which is huge.
It's a
But
massive
to
room.
me, I picture that amount almost being easier than being like, hey, there's 15 people here.
Okay, so yes and no. Okay, so I did a presentation. I sat on a panel in Ottawa in I don't even remember when the hell
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was. It
yeah.
was one of the last owners meetings that we went to. That room had 50 owners in it, 50 Coldwell Banker owners.
50 owners, 50.
50 owners, 50.
Yeah,
That was the hardest public speak because it's 50 of my peers.
yeah. People who are in your exact same
Exact
seat.
same seat.
Yep. People who have done
I
it
had a
for twice
skill.
as long, for a
Oh, in
third of length.
some cases, 3 times longer than I have. And
Jeez.
I got put up there on a mergers and acquisitions panel because I've done a number of them.
Yeah.
And all I could think is as I was going through this was, don't make yourself look like an idiot. And that lingering idea in my head was the driving force of, don't be an idiot. Don't be yourself. Don't be
Mm.
that guy up
Hmm.
there. And I'll be
Well,
honest with you, it was the
that's a good
build up
point
to it
though,
is,
because knowing your audience. So like
oh, know your client, know your audience.
yeah, but like yourself and me, both of us, I think the inclination is to, I think in a presentation like that, you ease the tension with a little bit of humor, with
Yep.
a little bit of maybe
Goofiness.
self-deprecation, blah blah blah. And I think in that type of meeting,
You got to be careful on that.
it's business.
100%.
I think you in that room you had guys who are probably so straight laced potentially.
Yeah.
Not everybody's you,
Relaxed. Yep.
right? There's guys who are, there's a word I'm trying to find for it, but
I know the point
yeah,
you're
they're
getting at.
they're
We call it straight edge,
yeah,
whatever. Yep.
whatever you want to call it. There's those guys who would be like, "Why this guy's running offices? He's
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's got 80 people working for him, and I got 20. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Right, that kind of mentality, and I get it. Um, but that was probably one of the hardest talks that I've had to do. But again, like that's a skill, right? Everything comes back to skill. So it goes back to you said about cloning and trying to bring it back to that is if I had that person, I could do the other things, right?
Hmm.
Like the things like the social media is fine. It is what it
Well,
is.
I think it's a necessity, and I think it's a long game.
Oh, definitely. Like you don't start something like what we're doing here and say I'm going to do 25,
Yeah.
right? I'm out. Like, well, we done
Yeah.
25. I'm done. Okay, like this is something that you once you start it, you kind of almost it's got to be perpetual, and you just
Yeah.
keep
Well,
going
ours
and
is
going and
very
going.
unique. Like, we're kind of broad. Speaking of, I think we should actually do one episode that's straight up market updates. We haven't done anything
We
like
have
that.
not done a market update. It's funny because I thought about doing one yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I was literally sitting in front of the camera yesterday doing something. I don't even remember what it was. I thought I should just do a market update.
But like
The problem with market updates is they have a shelf life.
that's fine. But I still think it'd be very it's easy to just slot it in to go out one
Sure.
week
Sure.
and go, hey, this week's episode is this, blah blah blah
Yep.
blah.
We could do a
Um,
Monday morning version of it, right? Like you can
a
do
little
that in
15 minute.
a little 15-minute. Sure.
That would actually be fun because we haven't done that.
No, we did one and then we didn't we didn't record it because technology bit us in the butt that day. We did a 10-minute segment, remember?
Oh, we
We
did
never put it out.
one.
Yeah.
And that was a good one.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Um, but
No,
not.
but I think
Oh,
I agree. I think there's a value to doing something like that. But again, this is very informal for us. Like we sit down and say, we're going to talk about this. We got to go back to surprise subjects because I think those were fun. Um,
this turned into a surprise
this did
subject.
kind of turn into a surprise.
I had one little idea from ChatGPT and
Yeah. But I think that I think for me, I've got to get a little bit, and we're coming into business planning time,
Mhm.
which I think is probably one of the most overlooked portions of people in our businesses, because we're setting up 2020, 2026 now. Like that's where we're
Mhm.
headed, right? So I think for me, I got to look at it and say, okay, what exactly do I need to do next year? What exactly is the
What worked
goal?
this year?
What worked? What didn't? Like can't be buying companies every year just to to get a project.
I don't know if you want to stay
Something
married.
right. So like to kind of have this goal of what's next year going to look like. Yeah, I wish I could clone myself because my social media would be so much more fun.
But it's
Uh,
crazy because you have to essentially dedicate an entire person's free time to it.
yeah, yeah, and good luck, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
Good luck.
like I still you have 3 kids. Like I have 3 kids. You have
Yeah.
3 kids,
Yeah.
right? I still do sales.
Mhm.
Not as much as I used to, but
You're still involved. Very
I'm
involved.
still involved. We do this,
Mhm.
like the videos, like you think about it, and so those momentum videos are about
Telephone systems go out and
yeah, like I got technology replacement, like I've got all these things going on. But when you think about it, like I say, oh, it's just a 10-minute video, right? That 10-minute video usually takes me a half hour to an hour to write.
yeah, you gotta
So
plan it, you gotta record it.
you
If
got
you
to
didn't
come
like it, you
down.
gotta re-record it.
So you're at 90
Yeah.
minutes
It's an hour easy.
easy, right?
90 minutes, right? Hour and a half,
By the time
probably.
you're all said and done, by the time this is done, we'll record for an hour. I'll go home. Just the editing and the
Half an
tweaking,
hour.
this another half an hour.
Easy.
So every episode is a couple hours. So right off the bat, I've lost 3.5 hours in a week to doing 2 videos, which
That
is
essentially are not moving, they're not getting you business.
they're not short-term
They're not
business
short term.
goals.
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
right? They're long-term, projects, and you know,
They're a little bit of a creative outlet.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, 100%. But it also is for me. You know what? I use these. It's kind of funny because I use these as brainstorming sessions. So, like when we talk, sometimes I walk out here and I go, "Huh?
I've done the same.
Oh yeah, like
Uh-huh.
what am I gonna do? Like, that was a great idea." That's why I started watching a bit of them last night because like
'Cause
it's
we
great.
do have some nuggets in here.
There's nuggets, and then
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, okay." So that was
Even the
it's
planning one that we're gonna talk about next episode,
yeah.
about you actually getting that going.
Oh yeah, great. Just
Um,
thanks a million.
right? but like something like that came up, I think off the cuff the other week when I was talking
Yeah,
about it.
100%.
It was just like, hey, what are you doing right now that's different? Because I'm always trying something. Hey, what's working? I think that's part of the fun of this all.
Oh, I do too. Like we did, like we've even in this, like we've talked about, our business. We've talked about planning. We've talked about our families. We've talked like it's all encompassing. But out of that, like, and I always say, when I go to a conference, if I can bring one or two things home that I can
Yeah,
implement, right, that becomes, that's the gold, right?
yeah.
So for me, organization is probably the most critical thing,
So would you
but
get
there's only so many hours in a day.
so with if you could split your tasks for your clone, he'd
Ooh,
be your social media guy
yep,
and your
psychologist.
the guy keeping your mindset good and
No,
your
not
head
my
on straight.
mindset. My realtors.
Oh, I got you. That's
A
yeah.
lot of what, like if you watch the Momentum
Dial
Monday
star
videos,
help. You get
yeah,
that guy.
that guy, right? A lot of my videos they're not they're not real estate specific. They're
Hmm.
not sales specific. They're like habit videos right now. Control what you can control the controllables, whatever what term you want to use. Those kind of videos. I'm not teaching you how to go out and post a video on social media, right? That's not what I'm at. So somebody who could take, because the psyche in sales is as important as the actual actions.
Yeah, I'm learning that it's probably, I would argue, top two things you got to have
Oh,
dialed
100%.
in.
And in my
I don't know what the second one is.
So for me, the way I look at business, and again, as a realtor, we're dealing with the personality of the people that are buying and selling the house. As a broker, I'm dealing with the personality of people buying and selling a house for their clients,
Yeah.
right? So it's there is an element to it, and the thing is when their life goes chaotic at home,
Hmm.
it directly impacts their business,
Yeah, because their mindset suffers.
which means that I kind of try to, be engaged with them to try and help them, to try and walk them through whatever the challenges they've got in their life. And sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. Sometimes I've just got to say, that's beyond my job. But there's a lot of times, like I had a realtor call me last night who was very frustrated with another realtor, and I had to talk her down a little bit. Say, listen, you can't control that. Don't worry about that.
Hmm.
Worry about what's in the best interest for your client, and then we'll address how to deal with it after the fact. So a lot of what I do is that. So if I could get help with, the psyche part of it and the social media, that would be the split. And then I could focus on the other stuff,
Psycho media.
right? So like it's tough because you get pulled all over the place, right? Like
Yeah.
you get pulled in your family life, you get pulled in your work life, you get pulled in, for me, in the brokerage life. Like there's only so much you
But
can
the
do.
interesting thing though is I think whenever you get pulled in different direction, it's a shift also in like the hat that you're wearing changes,
Yep.
but your state of mind changes too,
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
which I think is one of
And you have
the
to pivot.
you have to pivot
Oh,
hard, but you have to pivot. State of mind is yeah, that's the only way I can describe it. Like you can be in the middle of doing whatever you were doing, realtor
yep,
hat, and then somebody calls you and you have to take that hat off. You have to have your compassion hat come on,
yep.
and then whatever they just dumped on you can't bleed back into you
Yeah.
switching your hat again.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys have the same principle. Like you get a client right at the get go. You could have gone through the process with them and got them quote unquote pre-approved. They just buy that house. They're super excited when you get them at the
mhm,
beginning, right? Because now they found that place.
yep.
The reality sets in, and I hear this conversation all the time. Why do I got to give so much paperwork? Why do I got to do this? Why do I got to do that? And then having to listen to you guys counsel them through, okay, listen, somebody's giving you $500,000.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it just by
Mhm.
the word of
On a
what you're
spit and a
saying.
handshake.
Right.
Here you
So,
go.
exactly. So, like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're just doing it in a different manner,
On that
right?
note, I've found that setting the expectation has helped.
Oh, 100%.
Where I go, hey, you've given me already this many documents.
Yeah.
I go, this is a perfect start. They may ask for more stuff. In fact, they're probably gonna, but this is a great jump off point, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes you get people who are like, why do they need this? Like,
Yeah.
Oh
And
my god.
it's funny because it's always the people that should be giving more paperwork that get their knickers
Yeah,
in the knot, right? Like the self-employed guy, right? It's
you hit the
always
nail on the head.
it's always the
Well, what
self-employed
do
guy.
they need
What do
this
they do?
for?
Oh, blah, 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 blah.
I already gave you this. I go,
Yeah,
yeah, but this
yeah,
didn't look so great,
yeah.
or
And if
um,
you don't show up tomorrow, you're not getting paid.
yeah,
As opposed to if you've got a job, you're going to get paid if you call in sick,
yeah.
right? Like this mentality of I've never understood it. Listen, I'll give you whatever you want. You're going to give me the $500,000. What do you want?
What do you
What do you
want?
want? Like, if I've got it, I'll give it to you. If I don't have it, I'll tell you I don't have it.
The
Like,
other thing that I do is I almost, when I ask them for something, I go, "Hey, they've asked for this, which is perfect because you got it. There's nothing we're trying to hide. You're good to go." Just to put that
seed.
the seed
Yeah,
to be like, yeah, you're right. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm good. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm fine. I'll send you this.
yeah.
Um. So, but you're right. There's that whole expectation that we're dealing with. Um. There's the yeah. This clone that you've created. I'm trying to think of what I would do, and for sure I would have him be social media.
Yeah, it's the easy.
Um,
No.
that is the easy one. I think the other one that I would have him do would be um, build out, uh, like, be a coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like for me,
yeah.
I'd be like, hey, we got to get on the same board with this long term vision. Long term vision distilled is this quarterly, like however you end up planning
Yeah.
it. And hey, like, can you just keep me on?
Have you thought about trying that with chat?
No, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
With the legit one. Maybe that's what I should do.
Listen,
I think it's
I'm just
nice.
scratching the surface
I remember you
with
saying
chat.
that.
Like it is. Yeah, I had to do a letter the other day, and I really didn't know how to write it.
Uh-huh.
I went into chat and I said, I need a letter for this subject. Here's the parameters. Here's the persons. They had the letter in my hand I couldn't type it any
Fast
faster.
stuff. Yeah.
It was so incredible. And I was like,
And even then, if you have to go in and change a few
tweak it.
things, yeah,
Right.
tweak it,
Yeah.
you're editing this, that, the other. That's
I just sent it off to the lawyer and say, is this good? He says no, and then I go back to the drawing board. But
it's a
listen,
jump off point.
it is. I think that's the key to chat. It's the jump off.
So interesting. So we may actually have a way to make a clone.
We have to explore it a little bit because when you think about it, like
Remind me to show you what this guy created.
I'm dying to know because I think that like I
It's
like Tom Ferry, and I have a bit of a love for Tom.
mhm.
He created his own chatbot.
Yeah.
And all he did was dump material in, material in for it to learn it.
Hmm.
And now you can ask it any real estate question for the United States, and it's like
It's the
it's there.
go-to.
It's the go-to.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
I'll show you this as
I
soon as we
never,
jump off camera.
yeah, I never want to get to that far into it because I think it loses a little bit of the personality that I think you bring to the table as a human. But I think as the tool to get you to those
Yeah.
conversations, I think it's huge.
Well, for social media, what this guy's using it for, I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
You
And
can,
listen, there's we talk about chat a lot, but there's so many platforms out there that you can't even like. It's remarkable how fast
yeah.
that scope is changing. It's actually a little frightening at times too.
I got to get that guy in. One of my buddies who I said works at Google.
Yeah. Well, we gotta get him on. Let's have
Yeah.
a chat.
Because that's what he said. He goes, "We could talk about some of the AI stuff and blah blah blah." And I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah. Let's get him on and let's do a chat. Listen, I think that we started talking about cloning. I think the simple solution to start with cloning is organization. Because once you know how many hours you have in a week,
Hmm.
it's a lot easier to work from, right? And too many people don't even know that, right? They don't business plan. Like realtors, and I don't know what mortgage agents do, but realtors don't business plan. If you had a succinct business plan and you knew that you were going to spend out of your 2,000 work hours a year, 500 of them on social media, 500 of them on this, 500 of them on that, 500 on that. There's your year.
Yeah, I think actually I have a few thoughts on that because we've done a few business planning things through a couple of different brokerages
Yeah.
we've been at. We can
Yeah.
touch on this when we unpack your whole thing.
Yeah. My whole thing. All right. Well, that's been a all over the map kind
You
of
know what, though? We figured
conversation.
out our
We
clones.
figured out our clones. We do know
And
what.
I actually might be able to make a clone by the sounds of it.
Well, I think if you show me that off camera, we'll go look at it, and it's something that we can work on. But for me, I think I gotta this has kind of led me to that conversation. Now I've got to sit down and say, okay, what does 2026 look like for me? Right? What am I? What are my goals?
Yeah.
Right. So, which could just get upended at any given point, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Until next week.
Peace.
Peace.